current job in the lab animal science field is as a lab animal veterinarian, and I'm currently working as a regulatory compliance specialist for a contract company in support of a government or organization. In my role as a regulatory compliance specialist, I am involved with reviewing documentation, SOPs, assurances, different types of paperwork and processes and procedures involved in a laboratory animal care and use program to make sure that what we're saying we're doing in the program is indeed compliant with what the federal regulations, the laws, rules, guidelines tell us that we need to be doing to make sure we've got optimum care and optimum environment for our research animals. The laws, regulations, rules, and guidelines that are in place govern the environment, the care of the animals, different types of procedures, and they make sure that the care and use of the animals is optimum, providing the best animal welfare. And when we have healthy, happy research animals, then that also provides the best research results. What inspired me to become a lab animal veterinarian is the complexity and the variety of career opportunities that actually exist in the lab animal medicine field. Veterinary medicine in and of itself is a very diverse career field, and within the veterinary medicine field, laboratory animal medicine veterinarians have some wide variety of opportunities to include working in academia, government, research, regulatory compliance, and it was this aspect of lab animal medicine that allowed me to still work with animals but also focus maybe on training or compliance and different aspects of protocol review that were appealing to me. After I made the career decision to be a veterinarian, I wasn't even familiar with the laboratory animal field until I got to veterinary school. And we had a class, it was just one single class that allowed us to explore careers as lab animal medicine veterinarians, and that combined with my opportunity to visit some lab animal facilities in the military kind of helped persuade me that a lab animal medicine career was what I wanted to explore. An average day of a lab animal veterinarian can be extremely varied, and it sort of depends on what type of a facility you're working in, what type of a role or job you're playing. But as a clinical veterinarian, you might come in and get an update from the technicians and the support staff who are providing sort of the first-hand care and observations of the animals, and you might have some sick calls to see. You might do some animal health checks on animals that are recovering from a procedure. You might also have an opportunity to check the health status of some animals that have just come into the facility. From there, perhaps you might do some protocol review, working with investigators or research staff to help review protocols. And then you may or may not have to attend an IACUC meeting. And so IACUC is the Animal Care and Use Review Committee, and they're the oversight body within the organization that's responsible for the Animal Care and Use program. So the veterinarian works hand in hand with the IACUC, with the institutional official, to help make sure that the animals in that program are the most well cared for. As a regulatory compliance specialist, you may have an opportunity to work with a number of different programs, again, doing perhaps site inspections or reviewing their documents to make sure everything is in compliance. What I enjoy most about my job is the ability to interact with the researchers, with the technical staff who are providing sort of the first-hand care and observations of the animals, and being able to work with those individuals and to make sure everything is in compliance. What I enjoy most about my job is the ability to interact with the researchers, with the technical staff, with the other colleagues in the facility, the IACUC members, and being able to teach them something that they didn't perhaps know before, whether it's a regulatory requirement that we need to incorporate into our program, or whether it's how to do a particular procedure, whether it's information about how to care best for their animal species. One of the highlights of my day is having somebody say, nobody ever told me that before. And so being able to work with those individuals and teach them something to help maintain the health and welfare of the animals while still making the researchers able to get the research results that they need is probably one of the best parts of my day. it's interesting to see sometimes the reactions that I get, but to be quite honest, I've always had positive reactions when I tell people what I do for a living. I recently retired from the military, and to be quite honest, the most common reaction I get was, "Oh, I didn't know they had veterinarians in the military." And then in that case, I'm able to tell them, first of all, we're public health professionals, and we work with, food inspection and things like that. But then after a while, as part of our career path, we're able to specialize, and laboratory animal medicine is a specialty that the Army actually has a residency training program for. And so once we're trained, we're able to support the biomedical research projects and the research facilities that the Department of Defense has. And so again, a lot of people actually are a little surprised, but have always been very positive in terms of reacting to what my career field was.